Assalamu alaikum to all dear teachers and students. So today we are going to learn about tools of Mimio Studio, how we can use it, and what are these tools. So as you all know that this setup is basically used if you want to do it, if you want to use it for interactive learning, then you can use this device and this tool. So I'm going to open my this setup. Okay, let me open it again. Click on the start button, all programs, and here you will find Mimio Studio and Mimio Notebook. Okay, so these are known as your Mimio Studio tools. Okay, first of all, if you will click double click on this icon of pencil, so as you can see, you can move it around your screen. Like if you are showing something on your screen, then you can make your this tools icon smaller. Again, you can double click and you can use it. Okay, now the first option is your selection. So selection is basically used if you want to select multiple objects, multiple icons, or multiple images. For example, let me draw a shape over here. So as you can see, I have drawn a shape, and if you want to select it, just simply click on this option of selection and drag this shape over, drag the pointer over the shape, so you can move your shape in any direction. You can make the size bigger or smaller, or you can rotate your image. You can use insert anything, like if you are using a video, if you are using a picture or your file, anything. So now the next option is your zoom in. So zoom in is basically contains your option of zoom in, zoom out, and full screen. When you will click on this option of zoom in, so as you can see, you can make your page bigger. If you will click on this option of zoom out, you can make your page smaller. And if you will click on this option of zoom full, so how much full your page is, it will automatically cover your space. Now the next option is pencil. So as you all know that pencil is basically used if you want to do a freehand drawing or freehand writing. For example, let me type here A, then I will write here B, then I will write here C. So pencil is basically used if you want it for freehand drawing. Okay, here if you will right click, you will find here the option of brush. So brush is basically a thinner tone. You can also use it, like as you can see, it will act like as your brush. Okay, now this one is your text. If you will click on this option, so as you can see, the other options will be disabled. You can drag your option of text, and you can write of something here, like I have write computer. You can make your font size bigger. So this is basically your text. Okay, let me take a new page. Then your next step is highlighter. So highlighter is basically used, for example, let me select these icons. Okay, to highlight your text, for example, you can highlight it. You can highlight your text. You can change the color. If you want to change your color, then you can click on this option of, let me click on this option of red. So in this way you can highlight your text. Okay, so again here you will see a option. If you will click on this highlighter, you will see a option here. This is basically width. So width is basically used if you want to make it look thinner. लाइक जिस तरह से आप किसी चीज़ की चौड़ाई या जो है विड्थ को सेट कर देते हैं, उसी तरह से आप सेट कर देंगे. लाइक इफ़ यू विल मेक इट to closer, minimize it, then you can see your highlighter will be looks like into your thin bar. And if you will just increase this bar, so as you can see, your width will be increased. So this is basically your kind of width. So next we have option of rectangle. So basically here we have different shapes. So as you can see, you will find here rectangle, then you have ellipse, okay, then you have triangle, then we have right triangle, basically you can use it with in mathematics, then we have star, 5 pointed star, then we have hexagon, and then at the end we have pentagon. Okay, okay, so these are basically shapes. Now I'm going to take a new page. You will see an option here as shape recognition. So basically what is shape recognition? So for example, for that purpose I will draw a shape here, shapes with pencil. Let me draw a circle. Okay, so you can select the shape. Okay, now if you will click on this option of recognition shapes, so as you can see, your your shape that you have draw with the pencil tool, that is converted in your a proper circle shape. So similarly we can also write some text over here, like for example with pencil I write here A. Okay, I will select this text, this shape. You click on tools, recognize text, like आपने text को identify करना. Click on this. So as you can see, it will automatically converted in your text. So in this way students can write the text or draw the shapes by self, and then they can convert the shapes into your proper shapes by using this recognize tool. Okay, let me take a new page again. Then we have a eraser. Okay, so eraser is basically used if you want to erase something. For example, as you can see, it is very difficult for me right now to erase. Why? Because the width is very less. So if you will increase the width, so as you can see, now you can erase it. Okay, because these shapes and text are not erasing, because eraser can only erase the pencil data. For example, if I write here 1 2 3 4, when I will click on this option of eraser, so as you can see, this is erasing. Okay, so similarly if you will decrease the width, it will take a lot of time. If you will increase the width, it can do it very faster. If you will less it down, then you can see it will take too much time to erase your data. Okay, so in this way you can increase the width and you can erase your data. Okay, so this is the basically function of eraser. Next we have a option of insert. So we have also discussed in the previous lesson insert file. If you will click on this, you can insert any of your file. If you are working in with the pictures, with a word file, with your video, you can insert it. Like I will click on this videos and I will click on this video. So as we can see, the video will appear on your screen. I will just close it. Okay, so in this way you can upload your video if you want to show it on your students. If you want to uh, upload your pictures, then you can use it. You can make the size bigger or smaller. Okay, and then for your text, whatever you have. Okay, now the next option is your screen clipping. So take a new page. Screen clipping is similarly, this is if you are taking your screenshot. So screen clipping, you can, like if I will select this tab, Okay, so in this way you can take a screenshot of your background image what you have opened in your background, and then you can move it around your document, you can resize it, you can rotate it. Okay, now the next option is basically your, this is basically known as your line style. For example, if you will click on this option of pencil, pen, and this is basically your line. Like if you will click on this option, then you can select the option from here, what kind of line you want. If you want it in a line of dash, then you can choose it. Okay, right now this is not selected. Let me take a new page. So I will choose a shape, star. So as you can see, this is now a, there is not any kind of dotted lines, this is a complete your star, there is not any kind of breakage. So we'll click on this option, and if you will click on this dash, so now your star or your shape, whatever you have using or whatever you have choose, so it will appear in the form of color, in the form of dotted line. Similarly, if you will click on this option of square dot, so it will appear in the form of dots. So this is basically in the form of line, and this is basically in the form of dot. So you can choose any shape, and you can set your line styles. Then we have next option of transparency. If you will click on this option, okay, let me show with the example. If you will click on this option of transparency, and right now this is solid, so as you can see the star shape is clear. But if you will click on this option and choose the percentage like 50%, and you will draw, so as you can see now the tone or the color shape, the color tone will be lighter as compared to the first one. So similarly, if I will click on this option of 90%, so as you can see now the shape is very lighter, it is not very visible to the first shape. Okay, then we have important, that is gallery, we will do it later. Now we have different tools, different applications. First of all, I have here reveal. So reveal is basically used if you want to highlight your topic. Let's suppose, for example, let me add an activity. I will insert a file, galleries, documents, and I will say science water cycle. I will choose the advantages and disadvantages of computer. Okay, so as you can see now the file is appearing here. I will make it more zoom. Okay, so basically this option of reveal is basically, if you will click on this option, so as you can see you can show your topic, like today's topic is advantages and disadvantages of computer system, and then you can ask different questions to your class, like what are the advantages of a computer, what are the disadvantages of computer, and how we can use computer in our daily life. So reveal, you can use it if you want to hide something, or it can be used for brainstorming. And again, if you want to choose any other direction, then you can also use like this and reveal right now from the left side or from other side. Then we have an option of spotlight. So spotlight is basically used if you want to highlight a topic or some important point. For example, let me say speed. So speed is basically the biggest advantage of using a computer. Okay, so in this way you can introduce any your topic, and then you can ask from students, like for example you can ask what is a computer system, and what are the parts of computer system. Then you can ask multiple or different questions related to your topic. So this is basically your and click on this option of cross. This is basically with the name of spotlight. Then we have text tools. For example, if you are working in with an interactive board and if you want to type something, then you can use the text tools. If you will click on this, as you can see, a keyboard will appear at your taskbar. Click it again and you will find a keyboard on your system. So you can use this keyboard, like first of all just type a text box and then type. Good. Okay, so in this way you can type, insert space. If you want to erase, then you can use different keys of keyboard. Okay, and then we have a topic of recorder. So we can also use recorder is basically if you want to record something, then you can click on this option of recorder. It will automatically stored in your system, then you can share the recording with your class as well. So this all are basically with the Mimio tools. And then at the end we have an important topic, that is screen annotation. For example, if you think this is the interesting topic which we were studying in the class, ये वो टॉपिक है जो कि हमने क्लास में स्टडी किया है. अब नेक्स्ट टाइम हम न्यू टॉपिक डिस्कस करेंगे. सो इसका अगर आप एक तरह से स्क्रीनशॉट ले लें, सो दैट नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आप लेसन स्टार्ट करें और आपको एक क्लियर आइडिया हो कि हमने लास्ट टाइम ये लेसन पढ़ा था और इसमें ये हमने इन पॉइंट्स को डिस्कस किया था, सो आप वो उनको आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. लाइक आई विल क्लिक ऑन दिस ऑप्शन ऑफ स्क्रीन एनोटेशन. सो जब मैं इस पर क्लिक करूँगी, आपने गौर करना है आपकी इस बाउंड्री पर एक ग्रीन कलर की लाइन अपीयर होगी. ओके, क्लिक. ओके, ये बाउंड्री पे ग्रीन लाइन अपीयर हुई है और इसके साथ आपको क्लिक की आवाज़ आई है. उसका मतलब क्या है कि आपकी जो फाइल है ये स्टोर हो चुकी है. ओके, सो अगेन क्लिक कर देना आपने इसको, स्क्रीन एनोटेशन को ऑफ. ओके, अब हमें किस तरह से पता चलेगा कि मेरी फाइल किस तरह स्टोर हुई है, तो उसको देखने के लिए हम क्लिक करेंगे गैलरी पर. और गैलरी पर क्लिक करने के बाद आपके पास ये जो स्क्रीन एनोटेशन के नेम से एक फोल्डर आएगा, लास्ट पे इधर शो होगी, यहाँ पर आपकी सारी फाइल्स. ओके, सो इस वक्त मैं कर लेती हूँ न्यू पेज. और यहाँ पर ये देखें, स्क्रीन एनोटेशन को जब आप मूव करेंगे अप एंड डाउन, सो उसको आप मूव कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि मेरे पास यहाँ पर ये अपीयर हो रहा है जो लास्ट टाइम हमने लेसन स्टडी किया था. उस डेट से, उस नेम से, और जो भी टाइम होगा वो उस टाइम, डेट और टाइम के साथ स्टोर हो जाएगा आपकी सिस्टम में. सो ये बेसिकली कुछ कंपोनेंट्स थे और टूल्स थे जिसको हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं अपने कंप्यूटर सिस्टम के साथ. इफ़ यू आर यूजिंग इंटरेक्टिव बोर्ड,